everybody. Welcome to Unbound Wisdom. I'm very excited that you joined me today because I want to talk about something that's been quite valuable to me over the last few weeks. And that is what I like to call my spiritual toolkit. This is something that I've developed over the years, and I use it when I start to feel like something is off in my energy field. So, for anyone that's sensitive to energy, whether you are working on your psychic skills, whether maybe you're a medium or a channel, or you do a lot of work in the astral, or you just consider yourself to be highly empathic, we often have things in our energy field that are not ours. These could be thought forms that we pick up from the world around us. This could be infringements. This could be other people's emotions. This could just be stuck or stagnant or outdated energy that is somehow trapped in our field. So it is really, really, really important that we recognize when our base level frequency feels off. And then we can pull out our spiritual toolkit in order to take care of that, in order to return ourselves to our base level frequency. So, my spiritual toolkit is something that I have developed over time, and it's four things that I know without a doubt are going to clear my field, recharge me, and bring me back to my home state. What I would recommend for people is to write these things down, because if you are feeling off in your energy field, it is very likely that you're not going to want to do these self care items. It's the last thing that we want to do when we're not feeling like ourselves. So I found that having it written down and making a commitment to myself that no matter what, when I feel off and when I recognize that I'm not myself, I do the four things on my list, no questions asked. I also have enlisted the help of my husband, who gently nudges me towards my list when he notices that I'm not acting like myself. If that ever happens where I'm, feeling cloudy, feeling muddy, having thoughts that are not my own, he reminds me of my list, and then I commit to doing each of the things on my list. So this is something that you might need to experiment around with a little bit, because the list is going to be different for each and every person, because we're all different in our energy needs. We're all different in the things that we like and we dislike, and we have our own tools and practices that work best for us. So this is something definitely play around with and see what works good for you. But I can tell you what's on my list in case it's something that's resonating and you want to try it yourself. The first thing that I do when I start to feel maybe infringed upon, maybe just like I've inadvertently picked up energy from somewhere that's not mine, I spend time in nature. Yes, I know it's a generic suggestion, but it's so powerful for me. If I can take my shoes off, I walk on the earth. If I can't take my shoes off, which is often where I live, it gets cold here, I just commit to being outside for at least 10 minutes, even if I have to put on a whole bunch of layers of clothing. um, just being outside in as much nature as I possibly can, listening to the sounds, breathing in the fresh air, noticing the minute details of our beautiful landscape really does help to clear my field. And the second thing that I do is an energetic practice that I've developed. I actually work through each of the layers of my auric field, and I pull out any energy that's not mine. I pull out infringements. Sometimes there's thought forms in there that can get lodged in the energy body. Um, Sometimes there's energetic imprints that I can transmute with this practice. So that is something that I do without fail if I start to feel off. The third thing that I do is a salt bath. This one is completely tried and true. I love a salt bath. I use sea salt. Oftentimes, I'll add some essential oils if I'd like, if I'm feeling that, or something for fragrance. Flower essences are amazing if those resonate with you. But I just like to make it more of a ritual space. So maybe lighting a candle, having some crystals, whatever I feel called to that day is what I do. And I would really recommend to you to do the same. Play around with what feels good and what doesn't for you, setting that ritual space and setting the intention that you're going to clear your energetic field as you are in the bath. And the fourth thing that I do is I really love some Vedic chants. And I'll post below. There's a Vedic chant. It's Om Namah Shivaya. It is highly powerful for me, highly powerful. Traditionally, it's chanted 108 times in a row. But for myself, I do the chant as long as I can out loud. And then if I feel like I'm complete there, then I just listen to the chant for the rest of the 108 times. And I allow the beautiful energy to wash over me. You can play around with, there's so many different chants or mantras or prayers, whatever speaks to you, just have it handy and know exactly what it is, so that if you are feeling not yourself, you have this list, you have this commitment, and you know exactly where to go in order to return yourself to base frequency. Also, if you wanted to have an accountability buddy, that's huge too. I find that very, very, very valuable. So those are my suggestions for you. I am offering on April 3rd, I'm going to teach a class where I instruct on how I personally clear each layer of my auric field. So we will be taking apart and doing an energetic clearing. I'm going to teach you how I do it so that you'll be able to do it as well if you are interested. That is on April 3rd. It's part of our quantum healing circle. If you want to sign up, you can come to that class, see what the circle's all about. And it's completely free for the first time if you want to come and see. I'll put the link below as well. I hope this was incredibly helpful to you. If you have any techniques that you love, please let me know. I'm always open to trying new things. And yes, please share. Please share what works for you, because I'm all ears. With that, thank you so much for being here. Until next time.